Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be taking a look at hospitality lingo, various words and terms that we use in the hotel industry on a day-to-day basis, which may not be very familiar to people outside of the industry. So I'll start right off the bat with PBX, which stands for Private Branch Exchange. This refers to a telephone switchboard that the hotel uses, a landline basically, but it's an actual switchboard where we can route incoming calls and direct them to their appropriate destinations, where this could be, for example, if someone wanted to talk to a guest room, we could route the call that way, or this could be routing a call to an administrative office, maintenance office, things like that. And sometimes these units have the ability to also handle data in the sense that they can update a room's status when a room attendant dials a code on the guest phone in the guest room, and then the representative at the front desk receives a message through the console that tells them that, hey, the status of this room has changed, whether it is clean, out of order, or what have you. So this is a technology that's still used today, even in 2025 and 2026, and it is still very useful to have. I don't see this going away anytime soon. Hopefully not. So a folio comes from the Latin for folio, which refers to leaf, and that's also can be found in the Italian equivalent today. And this is an account balance statement for both a guest account as well as a house account. You can have a house account folio or guest account folios. And guest accounts are often settled at checkout with a final updated copy for the guest. And this is typically when a guest asks for a receipt. This is the final balance statement of their stay. This is a summary of all the charges and payments that have accumulated during their stay. So we're also going to talk about what blocks are. And this is something that I get a lot of questions about in person from people looking to set one up and not really sure of where to start because they haven't done one before. It's maybe their first time. It's typically people who are about to get married and they're looking at reserving a set of rooms or set of reservations at the property, and they're not sure where to start, where to begin. So I help them through the process. So a block is an agreement that you have with you, the person interested in booking multiple rooms at the property, and the sales representative or revenue manager at the property. It's a contract essentially, and you set up the block, which is the number of rooms that are agreed in the contract. So this could be corporate, it could be leisure, it could be a wedding ceremony, it could be a team sporting event, it could be a conference. There are many possibilities here, and it doesn't always have to be a case where somebody calls you directly. Oftentimes this is handled through specific group management software and various booking platforms. A common one is Engine, Hotel Engine, which handles what is called RFPs, or request for proposals. And this is where travelers looking to make special arrangements for their event, whether it's a conference, a sporting event, or a wedding, things like that, they are looking to set aside X amount number of rooms. It could be 10, it could be 100, varies. And they have various requirements which may be more critical than other requirements that they have on their list, and they want to get as much as they can from hotels in that particular area. So it's a request for proposal. It's a sales opportunity for the property to put their foot in the door and say, hey, this is what we have, and these are our options, and we can do it for this price. And then if both parties agree, then a contract is made and a block is formed. And adding on to this is a cutoff date, sometimes called a block release date. And this is typically 30 days or a month, depending, 1 month before, in which the travelers have until that point to book rooms under the block agreement, the contract, before they are released back into inventory. So what that means essentially is that if somebody wants to book under the block, but if it's after the cutoff date, they may not be able to do so. Another term that we use frequently, especially in the morning, is due outs. And this refers to departures, essentially, guests who are due to depart that day. And this can also refer to people who are late checkouts, wherein they have been granted a checkout at a later time than the typical hotel checkout time, which may be 10, 11, noon, whatever that property has. So a late checkout would be a later time where that guest can check out. And this is something that may be complimentary or they may pay extra for. And this is also similar in a way to early check-in. This is something that can be complimentary. Oftentimes, if they are a high rewards member, wherein it's a complimentary benefit to that individual or individuals, I should say, or it could be something you pay extra for if you are not an elite rewards member in that case, depending on hotel availability. Keywords there. So these are just some of the terms that we use on a regular basis that the typical person probably doesn't know the meaning of until now because I made a video on it. So I hope this cleared up the air for any confusion or any questions you may have regarding what these terms mean. Feel free to drop a comment below if you have any more questions, and feel free to give me suggestions for future videos. I enjoy making this kind of content. This is Jay Hospitality signing off.